Today we are working on 4-8 part 1. So we had 3 videos that correspond to part 1. Here is your homework for today. The only thing that you might not be able to do are the bottom problems from 22 to 27. You can do 28. So wherever you are, when you need me, if you need me, just unmute yourself and let me know what problem you're on. And I will happily go over any questions you have on those particular problems. So I'm going to hit pause until somebody comes up with a question. If your notes are not done, make sure you get those done and then come join us for your practice. Again, you have to ask for help if you need it today. Now, okay, we are going to go over number 6. So number 6. Okay, so in number 36, nothing goes into 37, nothing at all goes into 37, so we can't split it apart at all. The only thing that happens is the negative comes out and becomes an I, so that is done perfectly. On number 3, you're going to use your square root chart. Is there any perfect square that goes into 15? Any of those numbers that goes into 15, like 9 or 4? Those would be your only ones. Does 9 or 4 go into 15? So there's nothing you can take out. So the only thing that you can take out is an I. So it's I squared root of 15. Perfect. And let's zoom into your number 5. So on number 5, you wrote that really good, the 25 times the 2. Just erase your last 25, get rid of the 25 because it's just, what is the square root there? That's it. The square root of 25 is 5. So you just put a 5 on the outside. When you guys distribute like this, oh, you probably can't see my pen working. When you distribute the 5i to the 3i and you get I squared, you can never leave I squared as an answer. I squared is a -1. So if you have like minus 15i squared, that's plus 15. If you have plus 7i squared, that's minus 7. One more time, if you have 3i squared, that's actually minus 3. Record this. So this one's -6 times -6 and I times I. So it's -6i times -6i. When you put an I there, yeah, and there, good. So put a times symbol right here. So what's -6 times -6 times -6? Good. What's I times I? And remember what we said this is? This is technically a -1. So this whole answer is just what? That is correct. So in example 6, you see how there's a monomial on the bottom? It's not like 3 plus I, it's just 3i. You're just going to multiply top and bottom by I. You're not going to have to do any plus and minus. So let's go back to your problem that you had pulled up. See how this is just a monomial on the bottom? You're just going to write a times symbol, and you're just going to do I over I. So as long as this down here doesn't have a plus or minus, this is just I and I. And then you'll do like an arc here and an arc here, and then multiply those. Can you show kids before I stop the recording? Can you show them the arcs? Good. And that's perfect. First of all, I want to say this is exactly what your notes should look like. They noted here that the denominator is a monomial. A monomial means there's just one term on the bottom. So that matches number 16 really well. So when there's a monomial on the bottom, you have to get rid of this I. You have to write a multiply sign in a fraction bar. Put a single I on the top and a single I on the bottom. Write an equal sign and a bigger fraction bar. And now I want you to draw an arc from your 3 to your I and from your -2i to your I. So that's going to be 3 times I is, good, -2i times I, good. And then this is just one arc, 5i to I, good. Now another equal sign, another fraction bar. Nothing changes with the 3i, so bring it over. Remember, this I squared disappears, yes, and changes that to a positive. This I squared, good, changes it to a negative. Write another equal sign and another fraction bar. This negatives don't belong on the bottom, so just put it right in front of your fraction bar. Nope, erase that. You know, erase your fraction bar too. Move your fraction bar just a little bit over, like right here. And keep the 5 on the bottom. Just put the negative in the front. Yes. Keep that 5 on the bottom, and then that stuff just goes up top again. If you want to distribute your negative, you can, but that's just one extra step, so don't. Okay? Good job. Yeah, this one's a binomial on the bottom, so let's scroll through your notes. And let's look, good job, keep going, a little further. Binomial, right there, zoom in on 17. Let's take a look at what we did. So scroll over, I want people to see what good notes should look like right over here. This denominator is a binomial, so we have to use the conjugate. Thank you for taking such good notes. All right, so let's take a look at the bottom here. It was 2 plus 3i, so I used 2 minus 3i. Well, this is 1 plus I, so what should we use? 1 minus I, very good. So draw a times symbol, a fraction bar, yep. And then we need to use some form of 1 plus I, so we use the conjugate 1 minus I. Whatever you use on the bottom, you have to use on the top. So we're going to draw 2 arcs here, an arc there and an arc there. And we're going to draw 4 arcs down here. 1, 2, 3. This has to go there. You hit undo for me. There, good. Now do 1, 2. You need 2 coming from that I. So 2 coming from the 1, 2 coming from the I. So 1 and 2. Good. Now I'm going to you go ahead and solve the rest, and I'm going to pause the recording so people can't just move your answer. Okay. I want to show you guys your notes for Tuesday. Anything green means go ahead and copy it. Anything red means you don't need to. However, obviously, the more you do, the better. Green or red simply means you did it in last night's notes. So when you guys see this, you absolutely need to copy it because this is new information. But like here, you did all of these. Now, if this stuff is like confusing to you, you probably should copy it, okay? But these I want you to do. These ones you don't have to. These ones you absolutely need to do, okay? So I tried to simplify them down so you don't have a whole bunch of like doubling up to do. Good. So in number 21, before we even like attempt this problem, draw like a little box where I'm tracing here. Just like a little, we'll call it a crap box. Just kind of draw it there. Good. Oh, that's funny. There you go. Write this thing twice. Do like 1 plus I times 1 plus I. We have to clean up the denominator before we do anything. Good. Now, if you would for us, can you do your 4 arcs and write your answer right there underneath of it? Good, good. So 1 times 1 is, 1 times I is, I times 1 is, and I times I is. Good. So we can put your i's together, which makes how many i's? 2i. And you can get rid of plus I squared. What does plus I squared turn into? Good job. And then look at that. Your 1 and your 1 cancel, which is just 2i. So do me a favor. Watch this. Ready? Zoom out just a little bit. Grab a white pen. Make the size a little bit larger than normal. Maybe even a little bit big. And draw over the old denominator. Just get rid of the old denominator. You fixed it to be, what did you get? Go ahead and change your pen back. Good, good. 2y. There you go. So you had to clean up the denominator before starting. Before I pause my recording, will you tell us, what do you think you have to multiply by on this one? No. It's a monomial. It's just like number 16. Good. So you can multiply by I over I. And then draw your distribution signs, and then I'm going to make everybody finish it. Good. Excellent. All right. I am going to end the Zoom meeting. I just want everybody to know. So Monday you have off. Tuesday, we will do the second half of these types of problems. We'll review what we did today and add a couple new things. Wednesday, we will do 4-9. Thursday, we review. And then I think we'll do 2 days of review for your test and probably have a test on the Monday when you come back. So everybody have a great weekend.